What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Eastside Fly. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, and as you can tell by my energy, it's a lot better than the last, the last one I did. I mean, I was, I was pissed off. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was in a state of despair, if you will. Um, but the Orioles might be turning around, and here's the big might. We're gonna look into the stats and get into what my thought process is, but I'm not gonna lie, this is crazy. Um, if you have been following any of it, go look at my past previous videos. We've been talking about trades. We've been talking about you know how bad the team is, how bad the team's playing, what the team need to do, and I think that they have finally cracked the code to play finally solid baseball and not look like a fucking minor league team. And that's a huge fucking deal, okay? It's a big deal. And I'm yelling. I need to calm down. But look, here's the thing. This team has been just absolutely obliterated by everything. And it seems to now be the moment that we're pulling stuff together. So let's look at how the Orioles have won 6 games in a row, 2 back-to-back series sweeps, and how we got to this point right here. So let's go look at these statistics for the last 10 games. So if you look, goddamn ads on everything, man. If you look, these are the teams that they played. So Boston, one in Boston, dropped two to Seattle, Seattle, my lord, dropped two to St. Louis, and it was close games, I will say. The scoreline doesn't necessarily tell it all, and we'll get into that and what kind of the turnaround was. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row they win. And I think here's the big part. So let's look at these overall. On the bottom, we have the overall numbers for the Orioles here, as my computer is lagging this ass off. And now if we look at this, I think a key thing that nobody is talking about and what the Orioles have been all year is this number. Through 10 games, we have 10 homers. You're averaging a home run per game. And that's what the Orioles had always been about. We always hit bombs. Last season, Santander was hitting bombs. Teams were struggling not to give up a home run against us. And that has seemed to be the thing that I've been seeing more of. In the game today on the 5th, June 5th, this bottom game right here where we won 4-3 against Seattle, who had the 2 biggest hits? Oh, I don't know. Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson, and they both were home runs. You had never seen that previously. Guys weren't hitting the ball. There was no home runs, no extra bases. Like this is a huge thing. And I think that because of this, they're having fun. The team looks like they're just like kids playing baseball again. And that's what you need to have. Like that's what this team has been missing. I think that we get so caught up in like the seriousness of shit. And like at the end of the day, you need to have fun. And I think the problem was everybody was ragging on him. I was ragging on him. And people were giving advice that was just bullshit. And let me explain. Everybody was talking about stuff to do, and it was just all over the place. And I think that they just needed to have consistency. Consistency from one thing. And I think that thing has been the pitching. So our pitchers have been phenomenal. Sagano has a 3.4 ERA. Povich is up there, and just Kramer's look better. You get Eflin back. Like there has been consistency, and it has allowed the team to relax. Consistency in starting pitching, and that's the biggest thing. Is that this team has not had starting pitching like that, and Charlie Morton lost 7 games. And you look, and you're only 9 games back of 500. Wild card teams are under 500. You're 12 and this is crazy. You are 12 and a half back of first place. If you would have told me how bad this team was playing, where they was finna be by this point, I would have told you it was crazy. 12 and a half back does not seem that bad. There's so much baseball to be played. A wild card is really possible. I think that you're not going to obviously win the division, but I just think that everybody is clicking. Pitchers looks great out of the bullpen. Baker, you got Cano looking, or not Cano, I'm sorry, Bautista looking like Bautista. You have your core guys. Cano has been shaky, but they're working around it. Aiken, these guys are there is stability in the bullpen and in the starting pitching right now, and the hitters can relax. I mean, they just having fun. Like that. That's I think that was the main thing that was missing. Everybody was trying to diagnose something different. It was this, it was that. It honestly feels like it was the starting pitching, and once the starting pitching was there, everybody relaxed. The bullpen relaxed because they knew that they could give up runs, and it felt like the hitting would come back because they were relaxed because they're in the game the whole time. And they had seen it previously. We would be down 13-1 in the first inning and come back and lose the game like 10-13 or 7-13, and it would be like, damn, you would think that it would be a worse game. To me, this is huge. Do I think that the Orioles are back? Absolutely not. I don't think they're going to keep this up. This schedule that they have coming up, and this is what I want to scroll to, is ridiculous. You have to play the A's, then play Detroit, and you have to really get hot now. And yes, they're 8-2 in these last 10 games, and that's great. You have so much ground to make up. You are still 11 games under 500. Like, you need to get to 500. And that is a hard task. Your winning percentage is 410. I don't see this team necessarily being back like they were, but I think they're getting scrappy, and that's dangerous for any team that plays them. I think that that's so underrated. But with having to play Detroit in 3 days at home, I will be going to at least one of those games. I might try to go to one Angels, one Detroit game because I'm just loving the ballpark recently. And I miss it because I haven't gone in a little bit. It's been like I'm having withdrawal. I haven't been in a fucking week, and like I'm having withdrawal. But I was at the last game of the sweep at home for the White Sox, and so that kind of got my fix. And now I'm like, oh, shit, I need more. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, being an Orioles fan is being addicted to Camden Yards. That's really what it is because the team has never been good. But I do. This is just good to see. It's good to see that they're playing good baseball, and it makes the whole season more enjoyable. And what I really want is I want to put pressure on Elias to be 3 games, 5 games out of the wild card and have a shot. And the way that this season has gone, anything is possible. Teams have been so up and down. The Twins were the best team. Now they weren't the best team. The Tigers were not even going to be good. And now the Dodgers were running away with it. Now the Tigers are the best team in baseball. The whole season is just crazy. And the fact that we're playing good baseball is just so fun to watch. And it's just it makes you have hope. And I think that's the main takeaway is, look, we're probably not going to get into the playoffs, and we're probably going to have to trade everybody away. And as much as that sucks, it's frustrating. It's frustrating, and it's gonna suck when it happens. But at least right now, there's a reason to go to the ballpark. They're talking about attendance being down like what 8%, 2,000 fans, 2,000 less fans this year compared to last year, bro. Like what? I'm not gonna sit in the rain and watch a shitty team. Like that's what people don't understand is like I don't even think you can even blame it on the team being bad because the weather's been bad too. So many rain delays and games getting postponed and random double headers and just shit that's just like all over the place. So like you have to understand that it's for how bad the team is. I'm proud of the fan base. I really am, and it's good to see good baseball because those fans are going to show up and they're going to be loud. In the White Sox series, we went on Youth Day. I think it was Youth Day. There was a decent crowd. They just all were in the upper deck. The upper deck was sold out, and the bowl really wasn't. There was like hella seats, and we were like, I was saying, I'm like, man, on these days they should just have them kids go sit close, because it looks better on TV. Like that's what It was loud. We were making some noise, and I think I'm appreciative of the Orioles fan base right now because I think we've been showing up, and the team's playing better. And we might not make it to the playoffs, but to see better baseball just feels so good. Like it just feels good. Finally, I don't think the team's back. I think they're gonna be really tested these next series, Then you got to go play, I think, like Tampa and some other scrappy teams that we haven't been doing well against. So like you need to prove right now that you're gonna do it. But it's just good to see good baseball, and I think it'll bring people to the stadium. It's gonna be more fun. Going to games is gonna be good. It's just a sigh of relief, man, to see good baseball because real fans are gonna go no matter what. But we want to see good baseball because we've been seeing it for the last 2 years, and we want to keep that up. We want to have consistency, but also it would be crazy if the Orioles were the team to be fucking 15 games back of 500 and excuse me, come back and get into the playoffs and make a run. I mean, it would be insane. I don't think that's gonna happen because of the situation that they put themselves in. But I think that I mean they look like a baseball team, and I think it finally hit. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are the Orioles back? Are they gonna make a run and get into the playoffs and somehow pull off the impossible? Do you think that they're cooked? This is just a lucky 8 games, and everything finally clicked, but everything's going to disclick, and it's going to be a struggle for them. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram at EastsideFly for my live reactions during the game. I post stuff. And for when I go to the games, you get to see where I sit and all that. So follow me on Instagram as well. Thank y'all for watching. My name's Eric G, and we're going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.